Good morning, children. Welcome back to 8th Standard Science class. For the lesson Electricity. What we have learned so far? The structure of an atom and the presence of electron in the outer shell, which is responsible for the flow of current, and movement of this electron in a material constitute electric current, and about the transfer of charges by three methods. You know well about the flow of current, that is from lower potential to higher potential. We have seen the working of gold leaf electroscope, formation of lightning and thunder, some preventive measures against lightning and thunder. In today's session we start lightning arrestor or lightning conductors. Lightning arrestor is a device used to prevent the buildings, especially tall buildings, from the effects of lightning. The mechanism behind this, a lightning rod protects the building by diverting lightning to the ground via conducting pathway. Lightning conductor consists of a metallic lightning rod in the form of spikes that remains in air at the top of the building. The portion of the metallic rod which is connected by a cable, that is copper wire, that are installed in the wall during the construction of the building itself. The other end of the copper rod, which is placed deep inside the soil, that is also made up of copper. How it works? When lightning falls on the building, the metallic rod at the top of the building attracts the lightning effect. The rod provides easy route for the transfer of electric charge to the ground. But what would happen in the absence of lightning arrestor? Yes, lightning will fall on the building and the building will be damaged. The next concept, earthing. A safety measure devised to prevent people from getting shocked if the insulation inside electrical devices fails is called earthing. So earthing can be defined as the process of transferring the discharge of electric energy directly to the earth with the help of low potential wire. We get electrical energy from different sources. Battery is one such source. We use it in wall clocks, cell phones, etc. For the working of refrigerators, air conditioners, washing machines, televisions, laptops, etc. etc. For these equipments, we use domestic power supply. Usually, an electric appliance such as heater or an iron box are fitted with three wires, namely live, neutral and earth. A socket is a fixture with three holes connected to the main power supply. One pin of the socket is connected to the live wire. Another pin is connected to neutral wire and the third pin is connected to the earth wire. The earth wire is an important component of this fixture. Suppose due to some defect, the insulation of live wire inside an electrical iron is burnt. Then live wire may touch the metallic body of the iron. So there is a chance that we receive an electrical shock if we touch the appliance. If the earth wire is properly connected to the metallic body, current will pass into the earth through the earth wire and it will protect us from electric shock. So earthing wire has very low resistance. There is loose current, it will flow to the ground through the wire. The earth, being a good conductor of electricity, acts as a convenient path for the flow of electric current that leaks out from the insulation. Now we start electrical circuits. We saw that when two oppositively charged spheres are connected by a metal wire, electrons flow from the sphere, which is at lower potential, to the sphere at high potential. That is known as electric current. Like the way two terminals of a battery, which are at different potential, are connected by a metallic wire, electrons will flow from negative terminal to the positive terminal. The path through which electrons flow from one terminal to another terminal of the source is called electric circuit. Just I am going to show a simple electrical circuit. What are the parts in this circuit? First one, battery. Can you see the battery? This is the battery and the two connecting wires where the electron flows. A small bulb. I'll explain it how it has to be connected. Then a switch. This is the control of this circuit. When you switch on, the bulb glows. When it off. Okay. Now we will see the diagrammatic representation. This is the battery. The longer line of the battery represents positive terminal and the smaller line of the battery represents negative terminal. The negative terminal is connected to a switch where the electrons started to flow and it will move on to the bulb. It enters the bulb and makes the filament to glow. When we switch on, the electrons started to flow in the path, reaches the bulb. Finally, it again moves to the battery. That's what it's a complete circuit. So what are the important parts of the simple circuit? A battery, source of electricity. Battery, source of electricity. Wires, path through which electricity flows. And a switch that to control the circuit. Finally, the lamp, an electric resistor. An interesting fact about electric eel. The electric eel is a species of fish which can give electric shock up to 650 watts of electricity. But if the eel repeatedly shocks, its electric organs become completely discharged. Then a person can touch it without being shocked. So what we conclude from today's session, lightning arresters helps the buildings from the damages of lightning. Proper earthing using 3-pin plug fixtures. Earthing connects an electric appliance directly to the ground that it prevents the electric shock. A simple electrical circuit. The parts of it, battery, switch and a bulb. In our next class, we will discuss about the basic ways in which we can connect these components. Attend your worksheet. Thank you.